In a place far from sight, where noise itself does not dare to exist, there stands a cavern split by a river of lightning. Its walls echo nothing except the sound of irreversible decisions, damp stone, a vast illuminated hollow, and through its heart flows what seems like a river poured straight from the heavens. Then footsteps, firm, measured. They struck the cavern's depths as smoke began to gather, thickening, shaping itself into a polished white shoe, a suit simple in design, yet carrying a weight of authority that could be felt before it was seen. He was the first, as always, a man of composed grandeur, bearing the burden of an entire continent in the stillness of his posture. Logos, king of the eastern continent, had arrived, and as if bound by an unspoken law, whenever the first appears, the second follows to challenge him. Opposites, yet indispensable to one another's existence. This time, the smoke was not white. It was black, dense, suffocating, radiating a terror that seeped into the marrow of any who had never truly faced fear. Within it, the phantoms of past mistakes seemed to writhe. From the heart of that darkness, a figure emerged. Warden, king of the realm of fear, had arrived.
You're incredibly fast. Where have you been all this time? Didn't you notice her existence? And worse care, didn't word of her illness ever reach you?
Logo's expression hardened. He despised missing anything.
I was not provided with the necessary intelligence to act, nor was any case formally brought before me, and I am under no obligation to justify myself to you. I have my reason, Tijer. Reasons your kind would never comprehend.
He was about to reply, "Do you mean that only cowards like you can understand your reasons?" But heavy footsteps carved through the space footsteps that carried the weight of what he bore upon his body and across his shoulders. Heavy steps marked the ground. You could feel the burden he carried, both on his flesh and on his back. The king of memory entered as the past itself would enter, slowly, without hesitation, and with a presence that required no proclamation. He was tall, broad-shouldered, clad in dark leathers fastened by engraved belts, as though fashioned from forgotten lifetimes. Small stone talismans hung from his neck, not for ornament nor for intimidation, but as a condensed primordial archive. Each stone bore an early memory recorded at the dawn of this world. Some had decayed with the passing of ages, others remained pristine as if newly born. What bound them together was neither their purity nor their corruption, but the compressed force sealed within them, a restrained nucleus of creation itself, upon which all that followed was built. With every step, the echo did not repeat the sound. It repeated the events. Nemus, king of the kingdom of memory, has arrived.
Enough arguing. I have a complete archive of your endless disputes.
Then a strange silence settled over the place. The one who approached held absolute authority among them. A cloak moved, and with it the weight of the world seemed to move as well. By the will of this presence, the entire world, its kings included, could be turned toward the execution of his decree. His face was veiled beneath a hood that concealed his features, yet failed to conceal his majesty. He stood among them in a deep-shadowed corner, one that helped obscure his intentions as much as his countenance. And before the meeting began, a smoke choked the place. The space around them shifted, and what none of the three, or perhaps most of them, had expected appeared, an entity born from the corruption of emotions. It can happen that an emotional entity is formed, but before it transforms into one of the striders or into a wanderer, it fails to take shape in a coherent way. The feeling dissipates, fragments, and is ignored, its pieces scattering across the kingdoms. It is then afflicted with a curse. Whenever the kingdoms in which its fragments were dispersed are summoned again, it is condemned to attempt creation anew. The last of those present had arrived, amid resentment that matters had deteriorated to this extent.
So the situation is this bad? I told you we should have acted earlier.
The order to begin the trial was never given.
She is out now, and we all know we won't last long in this world of false balance. We've been searching to know who she is all these years.
but the time hasn't come yet.
False? Everything was exactly where it was supposed to be.
If that were the case, we wouldn't be here.
Fiora has left this world, and we all know she will return sooner or later. And she will need a place capable of containing her.
She must slow her pace, or this world will be destroyed.
The silent tendrils of your kingdom have begun spreading to neighboring realms and have paralyzed critical points. They've even reached the borders of my kingdom! What are you doing there? And this is the last time you interrupt me.
I am here for a reason you all know. The prophecy is about to happen. There is a fracture in the heart of this world. It had been hidden before, but then it erupted all at once. As if someone triggered it.
Do you mean?
Yes. The corridors of the Great Kingdom have been breached, and some artifacts have been stolen.
From this moment forward, I will extend the rule of my kingdom over both continents, except for the island of Thesmora and the Forest of Loss. The correctors will be sent to track what has strayed from its course.
The policy of the correctors is based on one belief. Not every emotion deserves to live.
Exactly. Logic will take control from now on. We will contain the damage to the smallest possible extent.
Everyone waited for his next sentence.
The crown has already reached Neras. We must capture him before it is too late.